Well. West Ham beat Arsenal 1-0. I'll be honest, I'm Steve, by the way, I should have mentioned that, shouldn't I? Welcome to Redmen TV, filming from the house, not even in the studio, because I have just listened on the radio to the game because you're not allowed to watch it in the UK because it's illegal to do so. So thankfully, I was able to listen to it thanks to the commentary that I listened to. It sounded like a good game. Let's react to it. I'll be honest, I got a little bit of confidence that this might happen when I watched Leicester City yesterday against Brentford, because that Arsenal team really struggled to break down Leicester, and then Brentford wiped the floor with them. But I'll be honest, when I listened and tuned in to the game today, I was still expecting an Arsenal win. But I felt very early on, actually, that was on the cards. Arsenal were flat. They're clearly lacking attackers. They really are. You can't ignore the fact that, a front three of Trossard, Wanyeri and Moreno is poor, really, at Premier League standards. Again, the injuries have really caught up with them. They've been putting their hopes on Wanyeri, and he looks a really good, promising young player, but that's a lot to ask for a teenager to pretty much carry your attack. So I felt very early on that they looked flat. I think the Emirates sounded it as well. And yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe West Ham might nick a draw here. The fact that they won is fantastic. Obviously, what it means, of course, for us is with Liverpool at 8 points clear top of the Premier League, with both teams haven't played the same amount of games. Obviously, we now go to City tomorrow, and if we can do something there, try and extend that lead, whether a win would be fantastic. 11 points, albeit with that extra game played. Even a draw to 9 points, really starts putting some pressure on Arsenal. They go to Nottingham Forest next, for example, in midweek, and I'm sure their confidence will have taken a little bit of hit there after that one, because they didn't really create any chances. Ben White had one very late on, that flash wide, but by that point, they really struggled. Another red card, they lose Lewis Skelly. He won't be available for that Forest game now, and it was the right decision by VAR to send him off. I'm surprised the referee didn't in the first place. And it was Calafiori who I thought was really poor for Arsenal defending the goal that West Ham scored as well. I've never really rated Adam Wan-Bissaka as an attacking player, but he made a show of him, really. And Jared Bowen, goal scorer, we've seen him score plenty past us. It was nice to see him score past somebody else. So yeah, I just thought, let's just jump on, let's have a chat. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. If you're watching this, again, use the YouTube comments. If you're listening to it, please do get in touch with us on the socials. It's massive, really. I've been saying this to everyone for ages, this is not a normal title race. Well, sorry, this is a normal title race. This isn't a Manchester City, you need to be perfect title race. Arsenal, with their issues, are vulnerable to this type of performance, really. They can't score goals at this moment in time. They're really struggling for it. And again, it showed today, and they are fantastic at the back. I think they are really good at the back, but when you can't score and the pressure's on you to win, you are going to leave yourself exposed at times, and it was on a transition where they ultimately conceded that goal to Bowen. So yeah, I mean, it's massive for Liverpool. There's been a lot of doom and gloom recently. Obviously, the draws against Everton and Aston Villa, and the fashion in which they arrived really seemed to dour and dampen the mood. I kind of agreed a little bit, because we've conceded some poor goals there, and obviously the Tarkovsky one's a killer right at the end of that Goodison derby. But I have been saying for a while, this Arsenal team are not the type of team who are going to go and win their last 14-15 in a row. They just haven't got the firepower. I said on an earlier video, whoever wins the league this year, probably when you rank the 10 greatest Premier League champions of all time, they're not going to be on that list. I don't think either Liverpool or this current version of Arsenal are that good. The Mourinho Chelsea's, the Guardiola of old cities, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, which had the league won by now, all that. They're not that. It's a different title race, but ultimately, if we win it, who cares? You can judge us however you want. We won't give it a toss. We'll celebrate and we'll have a grand old go of it. And it kind of frees up the thing. It frees up tomorrow a little bit in terms of the pressure. Like I say, everyone that I spoke to, a lot of people I spoke to were like, well, the gap will be 5, and then you might lose to City, and then they win their game in hand down the line, it's down to 2, and then they come to Anfield and it gets nervy. And I understood it all, but they're just not that. Maybe it frees Liverpool up a bit, because they have been a bit tight recently. I think Liverpool a bit anxious. Maybe it frees the fan base up as well, which I think's been a little bit nervous at times. But yeah, I mean, and I was on the build-up yesterday. To be fair to Sam Walker, he did call this. He did say that this could happen, and he was right. So fair play to him. But yeah, that is my thought. What a moment. I'm absolutely delighted. Made up for West Ham. I thought they were fantastic. And yeah, Arsenal, it felt really, really damaging. You know, their fans, a lot of them had left that stadium before the final whistle. I think they had saw the writing on the wall. It'll be interesting how they respond. 8 point gap with 12 games to go. Do they still genuinely feel that they can cut that back? You've got to think that that's a tough one. But yeah, that's on them to find out, isn't it? Who cares? Let's get behind Liverpool tomorrow. If we can go to City and win, oh my goodness gracious me, that will be unbelievable. Let's hope they do it. Catch you all later.